Today was great. I got a few things accomplished, both personal and professional. And I guess personal could be professional too, right? When you show yourself some respect. Yes. Angels of light and love, I welcome you in to direct, do your wonderful things. Greetings. Season's greetings to my divine panel and my cream crew. Today was great. It was great. What a change of pace. Things don't have to speed along in order for them to feel wonderful. You know, life has been filled with many hesitations. Hey, do you like my headband? I never wear them because it makes me feel like I'm 10 years old again. And my hair is usually fluffy. Like when it's shorter, it's fluffier. So I don't do it like that. But yeah, I thought it went well with with what I had to do today, and just I don't know. Yeah, so I thought it fit perfectly. There we are. Okay, so today was great. I don't need to share everything, so I'm not going to say what it was. But let me tell you the part that I do want to report, which is... ... You know the sign that I put up? Holy moly! Yesterday, the girl that showed up and was trying to frick with me, actually a couple of them, they got into some emergencies. One ended up getting sick. I don't know. Time is progressing quickly. So, I guess she didn't show up, or like had to work remotely one day. Yeah. It was earlier this week. And then she showed up yesterday and she had a mask on. I was like, oh, I bet you fucking had got some COVID. And gotcha, bitch. You know? And I think so. Like, I usually don't feel like that, but the way they mask certain things at work, especially when it's like a high-risk item, they try to keep it on the low. And that's not what you're supposed to do when it's something like that. But I had a strong feeling that she got COVID. And today, she had to call in and just work from home instead because she was starting to feel slightly feverish. Definitely, she had COVID, for sure. And I think she ended up getting more compromised because I have a feeling that she tampered with some stuff to get me sick. I've never had COVID before. I'm strong. I almost wanted to beat on my chest. Yeah. So, I don't know. I had a weird feeling about it. I don't know why. It's like when people act do you dirty, they'll go like, on different levels of compromising. So this is the first time that I felt the need to like sanitize my keyboard and like my headset and all of that, and I was like, that's weird. I usually don't do that. I've had like 5 cleaner wipes in my huge ass canister left over from the previous person. I've been working them for 7 months. I have not changed the canister. And so, but this was the only time where I used like 3 wipes to clean down some things between yesterday and today. So I'm pretty sure she got some shit going down for her. And then the person that pretended like, oh, I don't think I can log in. I can't, that's weird. I don't understand. So let me show you on Teams, okay? Let me share my screen. I was like, good, because I didn't want to fucking go there. And, because I have to be careful with who's in my close proximity, my close quarters. And then I was telling her, okay, well, I have to get approval from so-and-so in order to reach out to the main office, even though it's like IT stuff or whatever. So is it imperative that you have this like right now or whatever. What's your timeline on it? And she was like, oh, you know, and she walked up to me and she with her phone and she said, oh, you know, I think I just like Mickey Moused it or Mickey'd it or whatever. And I think what she meant to say is Jimmy'd it. People are so, and it was all a plan just to get close to me. Let me show, can I show you or whatever? So I was like, I scooted back. I was like, motherfucker, got me like caught up in my little UE, like my little cul-de-sac desk area. So I was like, whatever the fuck. She, like, I have my sign up. She knows she's not supposed to or whatever. And she showed me, and I was like, okay, well, she can get in. So I guess it's partially solved. But it was like, I have the perfect plan. No, you didn't, because she ended up having to go emergency to the vet to take care of something today. And she didn't want to report it to me, even though I'm the one that's supposed to be reported to. She had to report to somebody else to try to, like, skirt around it. She knew she fucked up, for sure. And the other girl, I think she has to take some time off because, yeah, I told you about that one. People are not learning, but they are gonna learn. So, I mean, it's kind of, it feels, I know that there's a lot that's happening right now. That's what I know. Because of those things happening, I know that those are verifications that the other bigger things are happening. Which is great. So, 10 of Pentacles on the left side, in pocket, basically in hand. It's in reversal. You got it. You got it. And low-key, you definitely do got it. On your doing side, the 5 of Swords in reverse. I don't need to, what you call it, how does it? I don't need to play into people's games. You kind of forfeit that. Like, I don't control everything, but I certainly, people know when they're crossing their boundaries, and I mean my boundaries. This is truly shish kebab energy. It's got 2 pentacles per sword. Today was great. And I didn't feel too much rumbly in my tumblies. And I paced out my food. Yay. And I can say, like, people are like, how do you know it wasn't because you overate in the first half of the day? I know because I've done that before. This is the only time where it was like, I'm mad at you. And but yeah. So that's what happened. Bottom of the deck is the Sun card in reverse. The light is showing everything. My readings have become very, it's so cool. Anyway, I wonder what's going to happen next. Oh, Temperance. This is really good. Well balanced. And this is something like it's spilling over. Like, you can chill on saying when, you know? You can let it just pour over if you like. Tina, it's your time to get served. Like, not just like a regular serving size. It doesn't have to be like, you know, to the brim, but it could be to the brim. It could be over the brim. You know, like, you could do what you want, Tina, with your receptivity. You can, yeah, call it. like the ration. You can ration it out how much you want to receive versus, that's crazy good. How many people have a choice of like when, like how much to receive at a time? You know, usually it's dished out to you. Usually it's figured out for you. It's a term that's kind of built into it. But because I haven't, I'm not gonna cry. The universe is, what did Spirit say that actually did make me feel like very teary-eyed? Said, I'll pay you back later, Tina. So, let me see if, was it in these cards? I don't know, I was very touched though. And the Spirit said, you know, don't worry about it, I'll pay you back. That's crazy. I don't remember where that was from. But, yeah. Well, did we get the top of the deck? No, top of the deck is 7 of Swords in reverse. No bullshit. This is accurate. So good. All right, so this is my team knows how to like hold me over. With like some people think I'm impatient, but it's very, very, very few. According to the ratio, like there might be like a large head count, but that ratio is still very, very small. And so when you look at percentages, it's I'd say that's a good takeaway rather than focusing on like how do I say it? I'd say the ratio is more telling than giving a certain allotment of numbers, because it becomes skewed when you're looking at different parts of your life. Definitely. So let's see here. What do you want to say, my divine panel? I mean, like, okay, so what I was trying to say is that they know how to hold me over as far as, like, now I don't really mind waiting when this is what they're talking about in the unfoldment. That's crazy. That's so cool. Because I'm like, oh, what am I supposed to be doing? Like, I just feel like I'm having to, like, have separate fortresses for, like, my food, my phone, my, you know, and it's just, what's happening here? I'm also rationing out certain realms of work. I'm preparing for the leaving. I'm preparing like certain templates for the next person in line so that they have more of that leverage. And that is if these bosses don't delete and erase certain things that I've created to give that next person the advantage. Because I can certainly see that happening. Or changing the filing system that I put together, which is like the most organized one out of all the admins they've had. Let me tell you. I drew the line. I said, I don't remember exactly how I said it, but I put it in writing. I said, I am no longer open to running work errands with my personal vehicle. If you need, this includes getting groceries on a weekly basis, or getting flowers for so-and-so next week. If you need, how do I say it? I am open to walking to retrieving these items for the team. However, if you need this done more efficiently, it may be best to assign that to another person here. It's like, I just realized how much within the subtleties that I didn't realize I was just like handing over to them. My time, my energy, etc. It's nowhere stated that I'm required to use my personal vehicle for work items. The exchange is absolutely imbalanced. The boundaries are crossed in, like, frequently. I did my mileage reimbursement. Do you know how much time it took to do that? Like, with all of these fluctuating things, there's no, like, way, according to how they structure things, running you around all over the place and bidding your time, like, at any given moment for, like, 45 minutes in the office, like, just waiting for them to, like, decide on what to do. Or just bullshitting. And that could be more than one time a day. So I can't build in a regularity. So I have like crumpled up, like tattered up receipts, whether they're here, they're home, or whatever. It doesn't make sense. And then I have to do like the data entry for it. And then I have to do Google Maps for it. So like whatever ends up being like a total of, I don't know, 20 entries, 22 entries, it ends up being like, oh, here you go, $14 or $12.28. There you go. After spending like 2 or 3 hours like gathering this stuff, like wondering if you got Google Maps. I told you, it's ridiculous. And then like time balance of like, oh, if I have to get groceries, then I have to, people are going to think I'm late, so they're going to tattletale on me, and then I don't know what kind of reference points people are using when they tattletale on me, you know, and the bosses are like, oh, we got her this time. Maybe we can fire you this time. And it's like, oh my gosh, like, I don't need that. I don't need to have to report to people that are not my bosses on my personal phone, letting them know I'm getting groceries for you guys. These are the things that I'm getting for you. And then wondering is like, oh, but 1 week I did 20 minutes. 1 week I did 25 minutes. 1 week was 30 minutes. Like, what is the actual, like, baseline there? Like, am I going to get in trouble because, oh, she took longer than usual? Like, what is this? No, no, it's not worth it for me. Get somebody else to do it. Or I'm open to doing it, but I'm going to walk to these locations after I show up to work, so nobody can have any ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I also closed out the subscriptions and the purchasing done on my personal Amazon account for work to get them lower prices and faster delivery. I'm no longer holding the petty cash of what, like $1,200, over $1,200 in my Venmo account for them. They said they were supposed to be exhausted, like quick turnaround to handle other large expenses. So it would have probably turned over like in the next month and a half at longest. But then he changed his mind. He was like, oh, we're going to use it for like cards and like, you know, small things like that. I'm like, do you know how long that's going to be linked to my account? I'm not going to be responsible. No. We're not doing that. No, because it's the same idea as the groceries. The itemization spreadsheet, it's just another spreadsheet. And receipts, and then like, no. So, and it shouldn't be on my name. I'm not going to bind myself to saying that I'm going to work for your company, like, and exhaust these like $10 items over the span of like $1,200 plus. What is that? I'm going to be here for an extra 3 years? No. Not by the way things are going. No. You're not going to like energetically bind me there. No. So there's that. And what else did I do? I don't know. I did the right things. I even like corrected myself on something. I was like, oh, this was supposed to be a quarterly printout, and here I am printing all 12 months. I must have like been like, it was when things were going, like I didn't even understand how fast things were moving along. So, yeah, that was good. I corrected myself. Like, wait, nobody said anything. Like, it's okay. I caught myself, and it wasn't a big deal. Like, it's just kind of like a nice to have. And so, things like that happened. So, my divine panel, what do you want to say? I think I did well enough, like, enough progress to like, make sense of it all. I even did some of the shredding. I went against it. I was like, I gotta at least touch it. I gotta at least see what, like, what's going on over here, you know? I can't just like lump it all in one sum. Like, that's talking at it blindly. Did you hear that honk? Yeah. But that honk wasn't like 100% of a confirmation. I think that was a honk like stopped there on it. There's something there that is supposed to be energetically like, she wants me to dispose of it. She wants, you know, just look at Axel Thesleff. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Bad Karma. Look at his video. Look at the shredding. That's exactly how I feel. And I'm not joking around. I really feel it's not like the act of shredding makes me like picture that. It's the context in which it is done and delivered. The way she handed it over to me and like just kind of like wiping her hands like on her legs, like it was just so done, like, so it was very odd. I've seen people lie to me and it was the same exact thing. You know, you can lie by withholding the truth, obviously, right? Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Jackpot. It's harvesting time. See? She's following the trail of breadcrumbs, or pentacles, to the Colosseum. It's in reverse. What is it? It's showtime. The Colosseum is known for obviously large-scale events. I mean, if you're going to mimic, I think there's one in LA. Well, the title of it. But it was like showdowns. And I think government things back in the day. I don't remember, but the Colosseums were major gatherings. But it's definitely like showtime. Like, that's where it would be like kind of, I don't know, like city halls, like area of engagement with a toll bell on the other side, you know. It's kind of like that. All right. Today was great so far. I probably have not worn this headband in, I don't know, probably like at least 5 years. You know? Oh, it's an Empress. She's wearing a headband too, but it's more like a tiara. I think it really is showtime. That's crazy. She's like kind of like the White Rabbit here. I'm like, I'm late. And they're like, no, you're just your own time. I've had dreams about that too. Yeah. You know, like there's like this like I know it sounds nerdy, but I've had dreams, repetitive dreams. Like it blows my mind that I've had these dreams also, like, as a grown-up. That I was at school, like teenager, right? And I had a hard time, like, getting to class or something. It was strange. Like, rooms were different, or like I just got my class schedule, something like funky, like out of whack there. But when I walked in, it ended up being like finals, and I didn't understand, like, how I could have missed that. I don't even know what the frick that means, but it's one of my repeating dreams. I don't think I'm gonna have that anymore now. I think some things that I've done, like in real life, have resolved that kind of anxiety of this weird twisted version of FOMO, like not being able to make it. Oh my gosh, I think that's what it is. Sheesh. I think that's what it is. Like, it's the ultimatum, the absolute deadline that I was just absolutely not aware of. And it's crazy to me because I don't understand how I would not notice that with even surroundings, like signs on the walls, like people talking about it, seeing people studying. Like, that was not anywhere in my dream, nor like a memory of leading up to that. So it was just like it was just finals week, and there was a lot of material to cover. I just didn't understand it. It was like I was in a coma, and then all of a sudden I woke up and it was just, okay, you have your test tomorrow. Or like right now. And hold on real quick. Oh, don't. Okay, hold on. Here I am, worried about my ice cream dripping and spilling as the top part of the cards. So what fell closest to me? Oh, it was the sun inverted. The spotlight is on me. On my doing side. Oh, people are watching. Okay, on the top part, 3 of Pentacles in reverse. What? It's time. Next step, leading and bridging onto something else between this and the other thing, is the Houdini card. It's it's so strange. Hold on, wait. Okay. This is the Hangman in reverse. Enlightenment, a sense of awareness. The craziest thing is I was like, I was thinking about that song by Eminem, Houdini. I think it's really good. But the last time that, like, when it came out, there was a reference to Houdini in another reading I did, an older reading, like when I was trying to catch up, etc., or when I was catching up. And I was going to put it on there, but then I forgot because, like, I was just trying to push things through. And there must have been, like, some other things where I got distracted or something. And I was like, oh, well, I'm already on to the next. But I know that the one's going to come up again. And so hopefully, I have, like, these, like, tales in my head. Like, if for some reason there are certain artists out there, I'll just put it out like blanket statement. If there are certain artists out there that release something that pertains to my stuff, my readings, that could easily be slotted in, and I just kind of like move forward or forget, or there's something, that comes in between, that's kind of meant to happen because it'll arise on the next occasion. So this is where his song comes in. I was like, dang it, I can't rewind. I have to keep moving forward. So, yeah, there's that. I was wondering, like, I hope people don't feel like they're getting snubbed. And, like, I know I'm talking about big names here, and like, oh, what do they care about Tina? You know, like, this thing. But it's, that's just, I don't really think that way. I just know that some other people think that way. And, I just know what I do is very, very good too. So, I'm saying these things out of respect for fellow creators, even though, like, I'm the new kid. Okay, so let me tell you the next things that it was bridging to. Whoa, yeah, oh my god, this is so good. It's so good, like, so good. Look. The Lover's card. It's the faceplate to the whole freaking deck. Self-actualization. A special tarot invitation, like ... This is like long awaited. Those are 5 bullet points. You know, like when it's like loading time, or there's some kind of hesitation where you pick up the sentence later and it's like ... It's always just ... No, we got 2 extra dots there. It's been a long time coming. And then look, it's the freaking Emperor. What? That's crazy. That's crazy. Here I am just eating my ice cream. You want to know what it is? Can I tell them? Hold on. My divine panel. Is it okay that I tell them about what ice cream I just ate? And the answer is 10 of Wands. I don't see why not. It's kind of like a come and go type of item. I don't consider this one a burden. This is more like all the wands, fire. And I think it's okay. Yeah. Anyway, it's a green tea ice cream. Which is kind of subtle. It's always, green tea ice cream is always subtle. It has like a lightly bitter taste to it, which curbs like the sugar. But then you need just a little bit more sugar. So it has like a thin chocolate coating outer shell to it. But then that's the part, that's the funky part. That's the part that's sandwiched between the ice cream and the wafer, the very thin wafer. So like, which part's a sandwich? It's a frozen wafer sandwich. So I guess that's the sandwich part, but you know what I'm talking about. If we're just looking at layers, the chocolate is the sandwich. But, yeah, it's chill. It was $2. It was $2. I don't know. It says it's matcha flavored, so I'm like, what did I just eat? Why wasn't it just matcha? Who's trying to trick me here? It's okay. I also got matcha ice cream, and there was actually matcha in it, so that's gonna be a pleasant surprise. Anyway, yeah. Okay, put that there for now. Yeah, isn't that crazy? It's showtime. That's weird. What does that have to do with ice cream? I think it was just a means to the end. Like, you think you're enjoying this thing, but like, wait a second. Look at this. This is the real drip. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Anyway, anything else? Oh, what? Who's doing this? It's the moon card. Yeah, there's a little puppy there. This is a manifestation. I don't know when the next full moon is, but supposedly there's 2 full moons in June, if I saw that correctly, if I read that correctly on a quick little check. And I think both are in Capricorn, if I'm not mistaken. That's crazy. I just felt like a little sinking in my stomach. All right. Is there anything else that you want to tell me, my divine panel? I guess today was like a huge, between yesterday and today, there just huge like turnaround. Like huge, I guess, game changer. But it was very telling, is what I wanted to say. It's the Queen of Pentacles and inverted. It first hit the bottom of my right foot, and then it went on this thing that I'm sitting on. Okay, so Queen of... Oh, shh, look at that. Okay, Queen of Pentacles, all inverted. Judgment, or Karma, inverted. Six of Cups, inverted. What the heck? Gosh. Knight of Wands, inverted. 8, or Strength is extroverted, and the Devil is extroverted. Holy smack, girls. You know, I don't realize how, oh my gosh, like, sometimes I don't realize how protected and supported I am. Like, in the, like, I guess I have huge blinders or something, or I can't call them blind spots. I just feel like these are things that, I don't know. I'm very much protected. But wonderful things like my kin crew, like, super, like, these are people who have a good, healthy dose of confidence, in what they do. Whether solo, with the same crew, or, like, with their kin energy, like, these are, I want to say, people who are like, what, socialites, but I don't even know 100% what socialites mean. I know that sometimes it doesn't always have like the best context, but for sure this one does have the best context. Yeah, like they're dude, this is so good. And on the extroverted part, it's like, you better not mess with Tina. Like, Strength right before the Devil card. Holy smokes. It's like the Devil shows his guns, or her guns. The Devil shows their guns, their ammo, before they even show their face. Like, just like 1 foot in the door, some shit goes down. And you know, like, that comes from a very, very, very strong force. And they haven't even put their whole body into it. Not even half. That was just their toes, basically. You know? That's crazy. Holy smokes. Okay. Bottom of the deck is 2 of Pentacles. Back to that shish kebab energy. I feel like it. Well, it's balanced anyway. And we're back to the goat chariot. Baby goat. Chariot energy. And 9 of Cups in reverse. So, again, happiness within new terms, I feel like. Because you can't get all of these cards and be like, oh, I'm not satisfied yet. It's not, I don't even feel that. It's not. These are new terms. 7 of Wands in reverse. So, it might not feel like, how do I say it? Let me see, 7 of Cups in reverse. There are certain things that you have to make amends with. Like, it's, how do I say it? In making amends, you're not going to create, like, absolute definitions. Like, in order to be, what is it, walk the walk, you're not gonna, like what I just said, like, that shred, like, I'm not gonna shred that paper, I'm gonna hide it. And it's like, no, Tina, you gotta first look at it. You have to at least You know, you can't just like talk out of thin air, you know, at every given moment. Like, you have to at least like piece things out. Like, you live in the real world too. You gotta like process things, and see where they go. But I still detected bullshit. It was just like there were maybe like 4 or 5 sheets that, you know, were not bullshit, that were actually shreddable. So like, I'm just talking ratios, just like casually, but still, you know, like there's a common ground, so that we're not saying like, oh, they always do this, or he always does that, or she's, you know, like working with absolutes, is a little drama, you know what I mean? It's not 100% the truth. And if you want to be absolutely clear on things, you don't have to dish out every single detail, but you know, there's middle ground on it. So with this, in saying that the 7 of Wands is in reverse, that's kind of just like, you still have the higher ground, but you don't need to, you know, show it off to everyone. Like, you still, you can still roll up your sleeves and do the work, not only that's assigned to you, but you can still be true to yourself and see what things need improvement, and work on those things too. And so you're not completely succumbing to the experience that is proposed to you. You can enhance it in a different way. So, you know, somebody who read my, a certain realm of my scope, also told me that, I have a highly favorable position in, like, he was almost like starstruck, and he said, this is before like I knew any of this stuff, right? And but to kind of downplay it a little bit, just to like, because he knew a lot of things, so to downplay it too is just like try to keep it casual. He said, you know, your scope is also known to be really good at beautifying certain things. So it's health, wellness, beauty, counsel, etc., etc., etc. And so, yeah, I don't know why I brought that up there, but yeah, beautifying the environment, like as far as like rolling up your sleeves and doing certain work that you know would improve certain like biodomes, certain ecosystems, even if you're no longer going to be a part of it. Like that's the that's the way to do things in the realm of spirituality anyway. Like that's your like your true miscellaneous form of charity work. There was something else that was tied into that though. Yeah, because it's not, how do I say it? Like, who would give a shit about trying to do something to improve a certain environment that was really shitty to you, that that you're no longer number one. Most often, what people think is like, I'm no longer going to be a part of that environment. So why the fuck would I care? You know. And number two, you know, people are used to feeling like butthurt about a certain situation. So it's like, why would I want to, you know, do that? Because it's like, I've met some good people there, and yeah, so it's like sometimes when you look at the subtleties, well, not sometimes, but when you're able to like slow down a little bit and look at the subtleties of how one thing affects the other, without even being under the same rooftop, like physical rooftop. There's energetic umbrellas. So when you realize that certain inefficiencies and fuck-ups at one environment can affect the other environments. It's just, and you see that you have taken a liking to other facets of other certain facets, okay, of the whole. That's just kind of like a certain realm of calling, I'd say. I don't want to call it responsibility, because it's not even really about fulfilling responsibilities, because it's not about, I have to be professional. It's not about that part of it, because that part of my ego long ago died. I was like, no, there's got to be something more to it than just that. But I think you understand what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so top of the deck is, we're going to pull 3 because we got the Empress, or I got the Empress. 2 of Wands, size things up correctly, you best man, you. And then, yeah, things are great, yeah, today. So I'm going to claim this one. 2. The Death card in reverse, transformation. Oh, things are moving quickly. Like, one thing leads to another, but it's just like, scene 1, scene 2. Oh, we're on now chapter 13. Well, you know, it's like crazy. Like, oh, did I eat lunch? Did I even eat breakfast? Where are we? 3 is the Page of Cups. Bring in the love. Kind of like the Fool card, right? I'm getting a big mountain. Wise men say only fools rush in. But this kind of feels like that. Because, like, look, death is kind of like the funeral, but then, like, the opposite of that would be kind of like a wedding. So it's kind of like a commitment, a new thing, especially with that start of it. What the heck? Who would have expected that to be the 2 of Wands, you know? But, you know, if this is proposed to be the best man, it's like they size things up correctly, you know, like, not just the best man, but like the wingman, your co-pilot. Yeah, okay, so they got those 3. Good, good, good. That was on the top of the deck. And then I got to know, what song? You Got to Know. Is that Flux Pavilion? I don't know why. I am hearing that. I don't know why I'm hearing that, but okay, there's that. Because it's repetitious, but I don't know if they say anything else in it. I can't recall. Anyway, I have 213 in this energetic load over here. 213 is the LA area code. It is the angel number here for this particular top of the deck, obvious energy. Okay. So what is your takeaway, aka our takeaway? Oh, and you know what I'm hearing? That song by Heavy D. Is it good to you? And I go, I like it. I get, yeah, for real. Okay. Page of Pentacles. So this is about like grassroots type of investments. You know, when you start at this stage where it doesn't seem like much and people like don't really pay attention to you, and you're out there like every day, and this is not your only like life, but that's all that is seen, and that's kind of all that you know, but it's not your whole life. However, it seems to be a good representation of what you have to digest every single day as people kind of judge you or like are indifferent to you, and so you have to digest that. So there's some kind of internal work that happens within one's artistry and form. Yeah, that's basically what they're saying. So when you exercise, your form means a shit ton in getting better, in seeing the results. So as you so as I was doing this, and you see my square one spot in my first video, and then there's a few that are hidden in the initial stages. I might reroute back to them, but I think I'll be called to do that when time comes or whatnot. But I don't think it's really that part in not activating them as public or isn't like an ego thing anymore. I think it's more like those items would need to, like, I need to review them. There's something about it, it's just not time yet. So so every day coming through, and there's a lot of growth that happens, and a lot of that is unseen. So starting from there, it's just a reminder of not just being a self-starter, but this is about being self-made. This particular energetic here, he started off as the Page of Wands, wanting to start something. And this one's a highly creative page, knowing that he is recognized more so in the spiritual realm as a Page of Pentacles. Do you see what I'm talking about? So he has resourced his wand in creating it to be an instrument, creating more harmony in his life. So it's kind of like out of the box thinking. And it's still presented as the wand energy, but this is fast. How do I say it? This is someone that can easily monetize. There's something about this person that can like instantaneously monetize. Coming from like one suit to another, I mean, that's almost like people wouldn't even be paying attention because it's a fucking page, you know? And like who's gonna be paying attention to a page? So when you see the growth, your own personal growth, and I'm speaking kind of like in third person here, you see, like looking back, more of the developments that happened while you weren't really recognized. And so that part is the internal recognition is the most like substantial part of all of this. And I know that like that's a lot of people know that, but it's very different when you say it in its cliche book form, but when you experience it and you experience it like this, it's very different. So so clearly Spirit is telling me that I was that kind of a page. And it's really cool to see it in this manner. Like, oh, I didn't realize that I was kind of switching it up even at this level. You know, like it's like kind of like being a baby all over again, like without too much crying, you know. It's like who am I, and you know, like what is this, right? And it's trying to understand that these are just mechanics here. Like this is this value doesn't speak of that value. This is just something like practice, you know. It's entertaining the idea of it, and then getting really, really good, like really into your stuff, and it's kind of like a dance monkey, Tones and I, very much like that. It's funny because she has another video where she has like this kind of like beard thing going on too. It's a different video, but yeah, it's very much like that. So I'm very much called to say this is more like grassroots, because it's earthy, but also an unearthing, you know, like it's very much grounded in practice. So this page has come a very long way. Even, let's say, thinking back, let's say for my start, and then here, if we're looking even at the midpoint, that's come a very, very long way. So this is really good. Yeah, this person is a moneymaker. Do you see, like, I just realized the green is very much like leprechaun, for sure. And there's green protecting these pillars, so those are protected foundations. That's what those implications are. That's wonderful. Okay, so would you like a clarifier? I feel like, because this is us, you know. Okay, so I'll get one more clarifier. 3 of Swords in reverse. Like, there's no more heartbreak. When you go through those, you know, when you work on your form internally, especially with that day-to-day experience, you go through different revolutions of what hurt means, what hurt means to you versus hurt means to other people, what hurt means from other people to you. You know what I mean? Like, there's different levels that you get to experience, and so there's no more. There's no more. It's not about numbing yourself. It's about digesting the material. Like, oh, there's differences in it. You know, it's not just like all one lump sum of like bullshit. But yeah, so there's that. That's good. All right, so thank you, my divine panel. Very, very nice. So because that was an us thing, that's very, like, that's a very big congratulations from my divine panel. Yeah. And obviously your guides. Yeah. All right, so what is my takeaway? What more is there? We got the Empress, we got the Emperor, we got so many good things. So what is my takeaway? Just mine, my divine panel. What is this? Oh my god, it's the star card. What? You're right on schedule, right on path. Inner compass, moral compass. This is kind of like the Lover's card, maturated, you see? They're older. So this is self actualization over time, following your inner compass, following the North Star. It's even grounded and in plain sight, like art made out of that, basically. And this is like an official seal. And self-actualization, definitely. I mean, it's like piecing things out. You see, like the like, what do you call it, mosaic? Yeah, putting it all together, the broken. And then it comes out to be like, oh, was that supposed to be broken? You know, like, I mean, or, you know, was that, it looks like it was supposed to be, you know, made into this. And so there's something very artistic about it, which becomes more commonplace than anything else. Like, all the pieces are different, you see? It's not cookie cutter, like tiled. This is mosaic. This is personally resourced, and you just go with it. Like, if something breaks, okay, you know? Like, I tried to save something that my cat knocked over. Holy smokes, let me show you. When he was going nutsoids when we first got him. I couldn't wait to get it, like, fixed. So, like, I was doing really well at first until, like, if you get something kind of out of place, then you get, like, there are certain things where you're like, oh, dang it, I almost had it. Like, it was that piece. It was these two pieces where it just knocked everything out. Like, it wasn't perfect anymore. But it's okay. See, these pieces are missing. So I think I'm just going to get some plaster or something and then seal it or something. It was too pretty. You know? This is the blue Nordic, and it is made in England. Yeah. Anyway, so that's awesome. I forgot that there was a star card in here. Okay, so what is the clarifier? I want to know. And look, I just realized, what is this? Oh, the tarot card in reverse. Oh, she is. Yeah, it is time. The decision was made already. Like, it's a done deal. But what I just saw here was kind of like that's even done with baby steps. Like, that's crazy. Oh, you know what happened? During the aftermath of having to deal with Ish, do you see all those broken pieces? Guess what these were used for this. That's crazy. So I made a lot of firm decisions, including like the things that are kind of underrated or understated, what most people could like overlook today as being like milestones. No, those are very big energetic shifts is what this is telling me. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen the star card followed up by the tower card. Do you hear that? There's some sirens. That's crazy. So that's it for now. So that's a 16. I didn't realize that. Huh. Things are, there's like a countdown. I just realized, so that's 17 and this is 16. And something useful, like, I am 16 going on 17, you know, like there's something about that. But there's something about, kind of moving backwards in time. Like, I get to have a do-over, basically. This new phase is more so like a do-over, where I don't erase the history of what had happened, but this is something that's far greater than that. Like, you don't have to erase history in order to be to, like, how do I say it? To make it like the greatest of all times, you know? Like, it's the same thing as like bullying energy. Like, you don't have to try to be the best by stomping out some other energetic. This is completely the opposite. Like, you don't need to erase a certain realm of history in order to say that this is so much better, or to create that kind of a reality. There's no convincing that needs to be done. There's already been, obviously, self-realization and then the manifestation of it actually happening. So there's a great deal of magic in that. Yeah. That's what I gotta say about that now. But there's something about like a there's this kind of like a pendulum. Like there's something that's this really looks like a wrecking ball almost. Like it's like the tower moment itself is a big item, like a big ticket item. It's I don't know why I'm hearing a certain company, like certain companies that are like big box companies. I don't even know what, I forget what that means, but it has a similarity of that. And so it's like acting like it's meant to be like a wrecking ball, but it's different. Like it's celebratory, like cruise ship. You get the glass and you like hit it or whatever. Like not the glass, the champagne bottle or whatever, you break it on the thing. It's kind of like that. There's something like where I have a big blessing by some kind of like I don't know if this is a Big Ben, but it's something about like this, the blessing of a major like big item that's sending me like off on my way. That's giving like that's great. That's so good. It's very, very good. Yeah. Because this is, I'm getting navigation here, like the ship, right? And then this is like the champagne bottle that's, you know, just, I don't know. That's exactly how I'm seeing it. Yeah. Yeah, like, it was, when you turn it like this, it doesn't look like that. But when I have it in my hands, it's kind of like that. It's about to swing into it. And, so, anyway, it's really good. All right, thanks very much for all donations provided in light and love. That's reciprocate only in and of light and love. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But now that this reading is officially over, I call back all my power, my essence, my energy to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit and Archangel Michael's blue flame. Hot stuff. For cleansings, for blessings, and then to be refortified in me. And no attachments, hassle-free, no bother, but all bonus points. Thanks so much. And upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with a sequence of roll out in light and love. I close the portals in this reading